Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Now's a good time to go ahead and subscribe. As you guys can see, we're going to get into this very detailed tutorial. Y'all know I like to start off with freshly washed hair. Let's just stop and pause, okay? For the hair growth, you guys know I am working with Toyotress. They're one of my favorite companies when it comes to the crochet hair, especially the synthetic blend, right? This hair is super soft and it actually mimics human hair. And as you guys can see, it does have that ombre effect. And of course, all the details will be listed down in my description box below. So of course, for my hair, you guys usually are pretty good at following these type of tutorials, so I'm going to continue to do them just because I do see that they're super helpful for all of you out there. So I definitely appreciate the support. You guys can see I'm literally just sectioning off my hair into two parts, well, about three. So I started off with just centering my middle part, and then of course I did use my ragtail comb to go ahead and just kind of part out the hair behind my ears, and I sectioned that off into two, right? And so now we just have that back area to kind of work with at a later date, but for now we'll go ahead and just kind of focus on the front. So if you guys are new here and you guys have not seen this parting tutorial, what I usually like to do is pretty much work in halves, right? So you guys saw a section off the top to the bottom. Once I got that middle section, I split that into half, or one half, I guess I should say. And then of course I am gonna go ahead and just kind of add a little bit of oil. I've already kind of like pre-moisturized my hair, and then I went ahead and just kind of jump forward to what this section of the hair will look like. If you guys want more boxes or more parts, you can absolutely add as many or as few as you want, but I just kind of wanted to give you a really quick overview of what this is gonna look like. And then of course I'm gonna get a little bit more detail for those of you that want that step by step, right? If you guys are familiar with how to do the connector box, or I don't really know what we would call them these days, then yeah, you should pretty much be a pro at this. And if for any reason this is your first time, now it's gonna be a good time to really just kind of take a look at what it is that I'm doing. I'm gonna talk just a little bit, so if you guys want to kind of like mute this from here and just kind of visually watch it, you can. So if you guys want to go ahead and just kind of skip through, you are more than welcome to kind of do that, just to go ahead and get into the hairstyle. But I'm leaving this detailed section for those of you that are beginners and really just need the extra help. So you guys see I'm going through with some edge control. I didn't name it here in the video just because you can literally use whatever you feel comfortable with. My go-tos are typically like the Cream of Nature, Bronner Brothers edge control. I've also been using the Ebon. Like there's so many great ones out there, the edge booster, all that, right? So use what you feel. All that I'm doing is, now that I have my hair kind of parted off in halves, I then parted that section in half as well, and then I kind of went ahead and discovered how many boxes I'd be able to fit into the one space depending on how big I wanted them. Once I got that set, I went ahead and just rubber band, applied a little bit of edge control, and secured everything into place. You guys will notice I did go ahead and try to kind of leave out some baby hairs. I know how y'all feel about it. So look, the group of you, the small few of you that do not like baby hairs, definitely skip it. You guys don't have to include it in the style. I'm just showing you what it is that I do in the way that I prefer my hair. And so of course I did go ahead and like pre-twist my hair down from the actual rubber band, not all the way to the end just because it wasn't needed, but just enough so that it would lay flat and easily insert into the rubber band that we're going to sit right behind the first box. So you guys see I'm just crisscrossing it. If you don't want to do the crisscross and you just kind of want this to connect straight back, you actually have that option. If you guys come up with any other creative patterns, I would love to see them. So if you are not already following me on Instagram or TikTok, definitely make sure to do that so that you guys can tag me in the new content that you guys create. I love to see those videos. And definitely make sure that you are not tying these rubber bands so incredibly tight, because you are going to be connecting them and there's going to be a bit of tension. If you guys are not familiar with what this process looks like, I definitely recommend watching this over and over and over again. I did not speed this up. I did not slow this down. So watch it as many times as you have to. And then of course, once you become a pro, I want to know about it. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish this up. Once I get to the back area, I'll be right back. right, babes, so now that I pretty much have the front complete, all that I'm doing is just kind of styling up my edges just a teeny tiny bit, just to kind of get everything nice and swooped and laid into place. In case you guys are wondering, I do actually have like a 1B. I don't even want to call it a 1B. It was supposed to be a jet black, but I did use a rinse on my hair. I don't know how well it did because I didn't allow it to sit for very long, but I am just going through with a little bit of the Dew Grow oil just to kind of help with the ends because I need a trim really bad. I've missed my last like two or three appointments, and so yeah, we're long overdue. But nevertheless, I am just gonna go ahead and start kind of sectioning off the back. You guys will get to see. I'm gonna actually turn around so that you guys can really get a detailed view of what this looks like. I'm literally just parting this off, and then of course I have a cornrow going directly down the center of my head. Now this part does not have to be perfect because of course no one will actually see it, but it will be very helpful if you can kind of keep things nice and neat and organized. And then of course, once you get this braid down to the center, you guys will see I'm gonna actually connect this in a kind of new way that's gonna allow for your nape to have a little bit of space to kind of grow out and also be tucked away without having those weird pieces at the end from cornrows as it begins to grow out. So you guys will get a chance to kind of see what it is that I'm talking about in just a few moments. And so now that we're pretty much finished with this braiding pattern, you guys can see I've connected all of the braids one by one. Like I said, if you guys are not really familiar with what that braiding process looks like, I do actually have a tutorial on how to cornrow your hair, very similar to this. So if you need to watch it, it is a lot more detailed. So definitely make sure to check that out if that is a tutorial that you guys need to see, just to have a little bit more guidance. And then you guys can see I'm not using any bobby pins, no sewing, none of that. We're literally just gonna go ahead and tuck our braid underneath a bunch of other braids. Make sure that you feel really secure about it, and once you do, we are ready to complete the style. So of course, this is a Tiana Passion Twist, super soft. They give you rubber bands, they give you cute little clips, and of course a crochet needle along with the hair. I'm just showing you how to quickly open and close that actual tool. And you guys, if for any reason you don't have this or you don't like the way that it looks, fits into your hand, all that good stuff, there's a ton available on Etsy, Amazon. I'll try to link one in my Amazon store just in case you guys need it, but I believe you should be okay with the one that they provide. So you guys will see the twists do come pre-looped, and so of course I'm able to just kind of like squeeze my finger into the actual loop. And so of course I went ahead and slid the needle up underneath my braid, made sure to close in that loop, and then of course slide it back under once you have it completely secured, you guys will see that it'll form a knot. Obviously, you are going to be forming the knot. So definitely make sure to play this back 1,000,001 times. I know that I'm kind of moving through this quickly, but once you get the hang of it, you guys will see that this style should not take you longer than an hour and 30 minutes. And you guys will ask me like, Crissy, how many, packs did you guys use? Well, and so I know a lot of the times you guys will ask me, well, Crissy, how many packs did you use? I promise you that will not be as important as you think, because of course my head size, shape, density of my own hair is going to be very different from yours, right? So you are going to get a total of 8 packs in the bundle. I highly doubt that you would need any more than that. You guys will see just how full the back row is. It did not even need to be that full. At this point, I'm pretty sure I used about 6 packs. I ended up having 2 left over. But yeah, nevertheless, I could have gotten away with 5, potentially even 4. I just realized that I really jam-packed the crochets in the back towards the nape of my neck, because I wanted this to be a lot fuller than like just that kind of sleek and flattened out style that you're used to seeing when you kind of get that braided front, or I don't know, this style in the front, and then of course the braided or twist in the back. So you guys kind of see what it is that I'm talking about. And then of course, just to blend my hair with it, I did actually need to untwist these. So you guys will see, I'm actually sliding the needle up underneath my hair, creating the knot around the rubber band so that you don't see it. And then I did go ahead and just take a little bit of edge control just towards the tips of my hair, just to kind of smooth everything out. I went ahead and untwisted the actual crochet hair, and you guys will see I'm blending the two together, holding everything really tight. And so I literally start to twist in opposite directions. You guys will kind of see that. If you guys are familiar with like how you would twist your own hair, or I like to call it the little girl kind of like fluffy twist, because it's what I used to do on my sister's hair a lot. I like to take just a little bit of moisturizer or some type of edge control, just some type of bonding product, and go ahead and slip that over your fingers and literally twist it down. You guys can twist it really tight if you want to, but yeah, for me, I kind of kept my pattern very loose. And then obviously the twist was going to be super long, because of course this hair was, if I'm not mistaken, about a 22-24 inch when you stretch it out. Now obviously I left the crochet in its condition, so it did not appear as stretched out as it potentially could have been. But if you guys manually twist this, I promise you they will be ridiculously long. If you like that, cool, go ahead and untwist and retwist them to get that length. But for me, I like the way it kind of looks like a spring twist, very bouncy, lightweight, and just kind of out the way. Once you put the style in, you are good. So you guys, here's another example of me just sliding up underneath the rubber band there. In some areas, I ended up splitting my hair into 2, and it was literally just because it was a little too thick, and I wanted to make sure that the twists were going to be even in size, and it wasn't going to, just look weird, right? So obviously this takes practice. If you guys don't get it right the first time, take it out, do it again. Not a big deal. It's not taking that much time or energy to do it. Like I said, the hairstyle only takes about an hour and 30 minutes, and I was super happy with it. And again, you are going to want to make sure that you have like a razor comb, not scissors, because it'll give you that blunt cut. But take a razor comb and really just kind of get rid of some of those ends so that it is able to seamlessly blend with the hair. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I am tired of talking, okay? I feel like I've been yelling at you guys for about 10 minutes. So I'm in love. And of course, to go ahead and just finish the style, I did go ahead and take a little bit of the Bronner Brothers. I'm saying a little bit as I still spray. To go ahead and take some of the Bronner Brothers. This is like their Shine. I can't remember the exact name of it. I think it's called Diamond Shine, but it's very similar to like the Cream of Nature that I would use. Just a light kind of sheen for the hair, especially the front, because it can kind of look a little dull depending on which edge control you use. And then of course, here's the length. You guys can see just how long it comes down on me. And if I was to stretch it out, you guys also can see where it kind of hits. And yeah, I was super satisfied with it. So I decided to do a quick little half up, half down type of style. Y'all know I don't really keep my hair in for long, so this was only about a week style. But if you are in need of a quick style, I definitely suggest trying this out, and I definitely want to hear back from you guys. So make sure that you come back to the video, leave a comment so that I know how you feel. I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies.